Hi guys, massive welcome to the UK Fitness Awards. I've been joined by a British legend of bodybuilding, man that needs no introduction, 7-time Mr. Olympia, Flex Lewis. Flex, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Mate, I'm absolutely buzzing that you took the time to speak to us today. So first and foremost, what were your thoughts on the show, all the awards, the stories that were told on that stage? What did you make of it all?
Oh, it's incredibly inspiring. You know, for me, sitting at the beginning of the show, just listening to all the personal trainers, all the gym awards, the future of fitness, and hearing all their, you know, just their struggles and, you know, their success as well. To be here and be accepted, you know, again, let's not skip the people who were nominated also. You know, yes, there's people that have won awards here, but also the people that are nominated, just phenomenal athletes. And again, I'm very humbled and very honoured to be here and nominated for 3 categories. So yes, a great event. I'm sure you've enjoyed as much as drinking all the free champagne in the back there. But for me, you know, I was up there and give 3 speeches, and I was running out of things to say in the end. But it's great, and again, it's very humbling, very humbling.
I think we've done quite a few interviews today. I think from the main takeaway from a lot of people that we've spoken to is obviously being able to share a stage with someone like yourself, who's had so much international success, he's internationally recognised. How do you feel that how does it make you feel to be able to give back to the British bodybuilding fitness industry like this today and just lift people's spirits?
Oh, again, I've never forgotten my roots. And as you can tell by my accent, I've never, you know, tried to lose this accent either, nor try to change it. So coming back, you know, multiple times a year, and also seeing the sport change when I'm here, to then seeing the athletes that are now representing the sport in all different categories at the Olympia and all different shows throughout the year around the world is amazing. You know, when I first turned pro, it was probably maybe 1 or 2 pros that were competing against the American athletes. And now I think every single show and every single category has a British athlete in that show. So the sport has grown tremendously, and it's amazing to see, you know, all these amazing athletes in the seats tonight, receiving awards or just here to support the growth of the UK scene. To be where I am and see that, it's amazing. The sport is evolved, the sport is growing, and I'm excited to see the future.
That's a nice little segue. We're going to touch on to bodybuilding now, because obviously I couldn't talk bodybuilding without we couldn't talk with you without talking bodybuilding. So first of all, bit of a loaded question, but I think you're someone who's never ever really been afraid to leave somewhere comfortable and go into the unknown. If you look at moving from here to the States, opening your gym, the Dragon's Lair, you've got obviously 7 titles in 1 division. Conventional wisdom would say I'm comfortable here, but it's about that growth and progress. Could you just talk me through your thinking behind that, and if anyone's thinking, just hopefully just trying to get into your thinking and how you do that?
Well, it's very easy to get comfy, right? You know, I come from a small town in Wales. Clearly, shout out to all my friends and family who are living there. I have all my family still there to this day living there, and I chose to opt to chase a dream. You know, I went to America, I knew one person, and I just persevered, you know, went through all the struggles, trials and tribulations to be where I am today. And there's a thing about unless you're really putting yourself into a position where you're testing yourself daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, then you're not going to grow as a human, mentally, physically, and you're not going to achieve your goals and your dreams. You know, to achieve big, lofty goals, you have to get uncomfy. And that's one of the reasons why I took the leap of faith to go to the US and chase this dream. Because the worst thing that can happen then is it didn't happen. You know, it didn't end up working out. But I can say that I went for it. Obviously, I achieved it, but there's there's so many stories I've heard of people going for things and they didn't succeed in the first try, second try, third try, but they're trying and they're going for their goals. And that's one of the things I love to see in the UK is people not necessarily leaving the UK to chase their goals. It's just getting up on the stage, chasing a win in America, just putting themselves against the world's best so the judges see. And again, just living uncomfy. Bodybuilding is not your easy sport. It's one of the hardest sports I've ever done in my life. And daily, you're physically beating yourself up. So now where we are today is a lot of athletes who are putting themselves in uncomfy situations, and that's why I'm here to give thanks, represent the UK, and see again, like I mentioned many times in this interview, the growth of this sport through all the eyes of my own eyes and the eyes of the other athletes. So, yeah, it's come full circle compared to when I was 19 years old. Most certainly the bikini class, because when I was single and 19, 20 years old, there was no bikini class. So that class has grown tremendously, and again, I'm very excited to see this.
So, mate, I'm absolutely thrilled to speak to you. I know, like, a lot of people will say, well, you should try and ask him about what shows he's going to do. Like, are you going to let us know what show you're going to do next year?
You got to pay attention. 2020 is not this until January. So we are keeping the choice of show close to our chest, and soon it will be revealed. So yes, that will be a big undertaking when I do announce it. So stay tuned. Unfortunately, it won't be announced on the beef right now.
Just I'm gonna put you on a bit of a spot here. I think, my opinion, you are the flag bearer of British bodybuilding. You stand at the forefront. The split of the IFBB, there has been a wave of new British IFBB pros. What I'd like for you to do, if you can, if they're watching this interview now, eyeing up 2020 as you are, what message would you have for specifically no other nation's IFBB pros, NPC pros, but our British athletes? What would you say to them? What's the rallying cry at the minute?
I would say make a plan, or you plan to fail. Make that plan for 2020. Champion is going to be here among us fast, and if you have lofty goals, lofty dreams, regardless what federation you're competing in, make that plan right now. The worst thing in this sport is the dilly-dallies around. You have to make that off-season count just as much as the 12 weeks you are dieting for the show. And I just want to wish everybody the best. And again, regardless of what federation you're competing in, whether it's one that's based in the UK or the NPC, IFBB, there's a lot of success that can be had when you put everything into your prep. And I mean everything into your prep. Bodybuilding is something that can't be done by half measure. You have to turn your hat back to front and really put every meal and every workout that counts to that end goal. And I mean, listen, people see the end result, right? They see the success, but what they don't see is me sitting in front of a dinner table, huffing and puffing, getting that meal down. But that meal counts. That meal has counted to every one of that 7 wins that I've been up on that Olympia stage, and every one of them workouts. The easy part is the training. Easy part is the training. That's something I've always struggled with. So for me, my advice to all you guys and girls out there is make that plan and dream big. Live by them. I live by that motto: dream big and believe to achieve. Because if I didn't believe, I would never have achieved.
I'm not sure about anyone else who's been watching this video. Like, if you decide to pack the bodybuilding, and there's a speaking spot for you somewhere on a motivational circuit, definitely. But Flex, absolutely brilliant speaking to you. I mean, is there anything you'd like to just share?
Well, before they're kicking us out, I think I've mentioned everything. It's just an honour for me to be here, accepting these awards, accepting also the award for my coach, Neil Hill, who myself and Neil have been together for 17 years. He believed in me long before I even believed in myself. So for him and I to stay loyal, even though I've gone over to the US and people have said you need to use this coach and this coach or you're never going to win, I think it's a testament. So I just want to thank all the UK for voted me for this. I want to thank the UK Fitness Awards for putting on this amazing event, and all the participants, all the athletes in this room tonight. I mean, everybody is I'm surrounded by greatness. That's the only way I can say it. I'm surrounded by greatness, and I'm just humbled to be taking home these amazing awards, and now motivated for 2020. Show will be announced very soon.
It's absolute honor and privilege speaking to you today, guys. As ever, please like and share all the videos. You've heard from the man himself. I can't believe it. Absolutely brilliant speak to him, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you all very soon.